Yo, what's up YouTube? It's your boy the Great Picture here, DGP, back again with another video. This time, I got some MyGm for you guys. Now, I usually have gameplay. Usually you see something on the screen right now, right? You're looking at this like, what is he talking about? Well, by the title, you should already know. This is a wishlist video. I don't make wishlist video at all. This is my first one. But me being MyGm person, and I love playing like franchise, association. I love always playing that. I never posted it, but I always love playing it. Like I always played it like, by myself, and I always had ideas to use it. And I feel like playing MyGm more and more, I feel like I could talk about it. I feel like I can give an in-depth analysis. Now, MyGm was first introduced in 2K14 on PS4. It was a great addition. It brought, that feel to the game. And, some people didn't like it. Some people didn't want that MyGm feel. But some people wanted more. So what they did in 2K15 was they kind of tweaked it. And they also brought in the My League. Kind of like associated how it was before. But, without all the great GM antics. Now, in 2K16, they took it to another level with the MyGm and My League. If you want to put them two together, you can relocate your team, and it's a process. I'm telling you, bro, it's gonna take you about 3-4 years for you to relocate the team because you gotta build money, which is something I like that 2K does. The team scouting, the team intel, you can tell who's on the trade block because you might not find them in trade block, but you see who they looking for, stuff like that. What kind of position they're in rebuilding, and I like how the way the trading system works. So if you have the #1 overall pick and there's a draft that doesn't have a lot of talent, that #1 overall pick isn't gonna be worth much. But let's say you have a #1 overall pick with the draft that has a lot of talent, it goes dramatically. Teams who's trying to rebuild, they will take contracts for picks. You know what I'm saying? So say like the 76ers, if you were to trade them your first round pick and like somebody with a huge contract for somebody that's a bum, they will take that huge contract, that expiring contract. That's something I do like about MyGm. Now, let's get into what I would do. Now, I've thought of a lot of things, and I'm pretty sure most of these things will be in 2K17, but for something to think of 2K18, 2K19, 2K20, because I know some of this stuff might take a little bit of time, just like to put the head and the devs and everything. So everybody watching, go ahead and like this video, share this with the devs, Ronnie 2K, LD, Scotto G, all those people, because I have a lot of ideas now. In my career, this year they introduced the little player connection where on off days you can either go to the gym and try to get your My Player better, or you can hang with a player. And what happens? You get attributes and stuff. You get badges. You get maybe some VC. You might get a shoe or a jump shot, but you're getting something when you keep doing that. How about you do MyGm connections? Maybe you go out and you buy the team dinner or you buy your staff dinner. Maybe that gets your staff morale up, plus 10 right there. Or hey, maybe that even gives you some, like, it gives you 3 more pitches you can do. That would be kind of a cool thing to do. I know MyGm's job is going to be kind of hard, so maybe like once a month, like instead of a practice, you have an off day and you can continue to have your team practice or have the day off. Or you can like tell your team to not practice a day and use that as an off day. That would be pretty interesting to do. With the whole connection to everything, you can go way above beyond with that. You can even do a connection with this next topic, and that is celebrity ambassadors. Now, when you talk about celebrity ambassadors, Toronto, they have Drake, who's a celebrity ambassador. Usher, who came out of nowhere, the Cavs celebrity ambassador. Lakers, you got Jack Nicholson. You got Justin Timberlake. You got all these different celebrity ambassadors. Jay-Z, who was with the Nets. All these different people who, when you think about them, the first celebrity that comes to mind is those guys. Maybe they can be part of it. Maybe you put them in the game as well. They're in the crowd. Or maybe, again, that's a GM connection that you can do to maybe boost up your fan support. Say, hey, you can do a connection with the celebrity ambassador, and he's going to boost up that fan popularity for maybe a week or so. Everybody wants to come because he's there. That would be an interesting thing to do, having these celebrity ambassadors. Now, an important thing, and I know this might be kind of minor to some people, but in MyGm, this is crucial. You ever play a MyGm, you sim one game or whatever, and then you get this message pop up, bam, some guys requesting more minutes. Guys who are known to be, when you sign a contract, they accepted the role as being like a bench player. They want to be a starter all of a sudden in the same season. Why? They need to have it where, like in 2K11 and like when it was called Association, the player roles. Yes, in Association, I remember this correctly in 2K11. Before you started the season, You assign 5 starters. You had to assign a 6-man. And then you had to assign a couple role players. You can always assign more role players, but you had to establish a starter. Whether, the star will always be accounted as a starter, but you have to establish your players at what they are. So therefore, let's say you come into the league, right? Not league, come to the season. And for the Suns, I established Eric Bledsoe as a star. If he's not getting touches, if he's not getting star touches, then he can come to me and say, look, I thought I was going to be a star. But if I just have him as a starter, I think he should know that everybody eats on the team. You feel me? Like, everybody's going to get their touches. Nobody's going to officially have the star role and everything. And as a 6-man, like a guy like Trey Burke, who's on my team, he shouldn't come to me asking for more starting minutes because he knows he is the 6-man. He will get his minutes. He is a 6-man. He doesn't need to start. I'm telling you right now, this will make the MyGm experience better and more fun. If y'all really care about the fans, put these role assignments back in the game. Just like how y'all had 2K11, 2K12, 2K13, this will make the mode better. Now, office mode presentation, this is just the icing on the cake. I remember in ESPN NFL 2K5, a game by 2K Sports, also Sega Sports helped them too, but a game with 2K's name on it, how when you went through the GM and everything, you go to like the game plan or whatever, and it's like a little playbook that opens up, and then it goes you the playbook minutes. So maybe coaching, it's like a playbook right there, and it opens it up. That's just something, I would like to see, something I would like to do. It might go unnoticed at first, but a new presentation to make you feel like you are a GM. Like, put it in a GM's office like you see on 2K5. Like, I want to feel like I'm a GM. I don't want to feel like I'm just a guy who gets an occasional persuasive bitch cutscene every time. I want to feel like I'm a GM, that I'm in the GM's office. This, like, I don't have a feeling of that. Like, the difference between my league and MyGm when it comes to the main presentation, it's nothing. It's all the same. I think it should happen in all modes where the main presentation should be different for all. That is a key factor. Now, another one I'm wishing upon is the Olympics and the FIBA. Can we get Olympics and FIBA, like, maybe every 4 years? I know it might be hard to do that, but it'd be something cool to have. Maybe FIBA, just FIBA, maybe not even the Olympics, but just a FIBA tournament. That would be pretty cool. I know during the offseason you have the USA versus the world, like the young guys. That's cool too. That's a great addition. But can we get the FIBA going, man? Like, maybe you got to get more contracts to the foreign teams, and maybe that's not enough money, but that would be something cool to see. I really want to see the Olympics too, especially since the Olympics is happening this summer. But it's the loyalty of the fans. We all know some fan bases aren't loyal. Some are. For instance, I'm going to put them on the screen right now. These fans need to show loyalty. So let's, for instance, we know the Cavaliers. Their fan base goes up and down. Let's see right here. Looking right here on your screen. When LeBron left, the fans did not come to the arena. They stopped. They still came a little bit. It dropped a little bit, but they were still there coming to the games. But it just dropped dramatically, like a year or two after LeBron left. And the second he comes back, it skyrockets right back up. So I'm going to need, like, some way for that to show, you feel me? So if your team is doing bad, like, fans, no, they're not showing up to your games. You will lose sales potential. You need to build up your team. You need to feel like a GM and not just a My League with, like, partial GM aspects. Like, this is called MyGm. You are the GM. So if you want to take over a rebuilding project, it's going to be a rebuilding project, not something that can be fixed in a year. No, it is going to be a rebuilding project. Now, also, the MyGm leveling. When you level up in MyGm, you guys, they give you 6 things you can choose from that you're able to, pick. I don't think that's possible. I don't think that should happen. I feel like you should choose what you want to upgrade. So as a GM, if I want to choose to see the prices, or like how the fans view the price, I believe I should see that. They had that in the first MyGm, but for some reason they don't have it in this one. In 2K14, you could do that. You can buy, or you end up getting to pick what you wanted to use your things on for real, like your leveling up system. I feel the leveling up system should be a little bit better. It should be improved. You can buy your way up to high, but I'm a level 32, and I still don't know how the fans view my prices. And if they ever showed it to me, I would love to click on that, because I would love to know what my fans think. I would love to increase the prices if I can, or decrease them if I need to. But I wouldn't know that because the leveling up system, it doesn't make sense, y'all. Doesn't make sense. These, man, monthly TV shows, y'all. I'm telling you, bruh. And NFL 2K5, and I'm bringing this up again because this was probably my favorite football game of all time, and I love how the franchise mode in this game was. Monthly shows. They have a contract with TNT where they have Ernie, Kenny, Shaq. They don't have Charles Barkley. He doesn't want to be in the game. Okay, whatever. Reggie Miller doesn't want to be in the game. Okay, whatever. How about you have Grant Hill and My Team? Maybe that show, Insider Stuff, I believe that's what it's called. Put that show in there. Just make it a monthly thing because remember, NFL 2K5, I'm going to show you guys a clip. But remember that you could do that. Like, it was every week for the football week, but maybe once a month. Every week in the football week, you saw like some highlights, you saw the scores and everything. And Chris Berman, it was phenomenal. It was probably the best presentation game out there. And I feel like we need to get back to presentation. I mean, we do like gameplay, and I always love gameplay, but if we talk about specifically in a mode, we need people dedicated to this mode to make it more presentational wise. Heck, even NBA Game Time, just like sports and just covering, like, not even once a week, just maybe once a month. Like, again, I would like once a week, but once a month might seem more realistic. You have Dennis Scott in the game, you have Steve Smith in the game. Already as My Team characters. I believe you could just pay them a little bit more. You can get those guys to be analysts with the host analyst. I can't remember his name on the top of my head. But get these shows on there. You already have NBA TV and TNT. NBA TV, TNT, they're the same thing. You already have these contracts together with Shaq, Ernie, and Kenny. Why not try to go above and beyond with this presentation? I believe that will make this game so much better. Just imagine you looking at some highlight sheet. They can show maybe even top 10 plays. Like, just, computer generated top 10 plays. This will be a great addition to My Team, y'all. This is just some ideas. And now, last couple ideas as I'm getting out of hand. It's becoming a long video. I didn't want that to happen. But, free agency in general, revamp it. I'm sick and tired of during the year, Larry Sanders, all these other guys asking for $6 million a year. $6 million a year during the season. If this was regular free agency, I wouldn't mind it. But during the season, I know for a fact I shouldn't have to give these guys this much money. Now, maybe it's the new salary cap. Maybe that's the reason. But I just don't feel like these guys should be asking for that much. Because we all know during the regular season, they don't really be asking for that much. They take what they can get during the season because they want to win. Anderson Varejao, what did he do when he got signed by the Warriors? He didn't ask for $5 million. He just, took what he can. Just took what he can to get on a championship winning team. Took what he can to get on a team. Michael Beasley, he's not making that much money because you know why? He was picked off the streets from teams. They will take whatever they can to be in this NBA. Also, afraid to see during the offseason, feel like the persuasive pitches need to be reamped a little bit. I feel like guys shouldn't just be persuaded off of one pitch. Maybe guys, if you're in a real rebuilding stage, maybe it takes you multiple pitches for them to come to your team. It shouldn't be like automatically, bam, I get LeBron James on the Sixers. No, I need to convince him that he wants to come here and build a team. It shouldn't be that easy. I feel like this mode kind of is pretty easy, and it should be a little bit harder. And that last point, when players leave a team, maybe if they request a trade, maybe this still happens. But if they leave a team for agency, when they go back and play that team at home, I want them to be booed. Maybe depending on the loyalty of the fans too. This is crucial. If it's like the Golden State Warrior fans or the Celtics or a loyal fan base like the Chicago Bulls, if somebody were to leave that team in free agency, I feel like when they go back home for their first game, maybe their second game even too, they should be booed. I'm talking about they touch the ball and I should hear the fans boo. I don't hear that, bro. I don't hear that from teams. So, for instance, if I take LeBron from the Cavs again and he goes on the court, we all know what happened. Look at the clip.
Forward, 6'8" from St. Vincent St. Mary High School, number 6, LeBron James.
We all know what happened. We know what happened. But look at this. A guy like Kevin Garnett, who was loved by the team, who got traded by the team.
At this time, we would like to extend a very special welcome to a player making his return to Target Center. Ladies and gentlemen, at 6'11", out of Farragut Academy High School, please welcome Kevin Garnett.
These guys get cheered and booed. Now, one more instance of a guy leaving. Let's look at Dwight Howard.
Center, 6'11" from Southwest Atlanta Christian Academy, number 12, Dwight Howard. And one guard, 6'3".
Look at that. They're getting booed. Maybe even do it in the starting lineup when they do it. Maybe they don't even want to do that with the ball because I don't know how the fix will work. I don't care. But I feel like these guys should be getting booed. This is something, if you wanted to be in my gym, you wanted to be a franchise, I need to feel that realism. I need to feel like I'm a GM. I need to feel that. I don't feel like I am a GM of this. I just feel like on their priority list. But I feel like this franchise mode, if you put this stuff in there, you put monthly shows in there, I feel like you can have the best association of all time. I know this is a long video. I know. You probably won't watch this all in one take. I know. But if you guys agree with all the points, and I will timestamps in the description below. You guys agree with anything or want to ask for new stuff, put in the comment section below. Please share this video, like it, do all that great stuff. I'm telling you, we can make this mode better, and that's all I really want. I just want the mode to be better. I want to feel like a GM. That should be the motto. My GM. I want to be my own GM, not just, a guy in the league, a guy in the association. Well, that'll be all, y'all. Like, subscribe, comment, all that great stuff. Share this with your friends, again, with all the 2K people, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.